So when it comes to high-end toy collectibles, such as Hot Toys, is the market currently tapped out due to the current state of the global economy? We're going to dive into that within this week's episode of the Market Chart Show. And is that directly related as to what is going on, particularly with Hot Toys that are up on pre-order, that are getting low stock warnings, and are hitting waitlist well before they're due to come out? I have got fresh 6-scale Cantina coffee brewed right here, my friends, from the Hot Toys Wizard. Let's go ahead and dive into all this right now. All right, and welcome everyone to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show right here at 6-Scale Cantina. And in case you don't know who I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I'll be serving up all the 6-Scale collectible talk. So please go ahead and smash that like button. I so do very much appreciate your support. And hey, while you're at it, please also go ahead and subscribe to the Cantina. Again, thank you so much for your support. Is the market tapped out? Well, The Mandalorian Season 3, which, by the way, I am just blown away with what Favreau and Filoni are doing. My goodness. And I was able to, with my whole family last night, watch the first 2 episodes with them. And my goodness, are they enthralled. I am obviously enthralled. Absolutely phenomenal. I cannot wait to see what happens with the other 6 episodes of The Mandalorian. And the way that they opened it up, with the first chapter titled Apostate. Oh my goodness. But even with that, and so many new fans coming into Star Wars globally, the ratings are off the charts when it comes to The Mandalorian. It's the hottest show on Earth, baby. But to pay for streaming on Disney Plus is far less expensive than trying to buy a figure of this magnitude below here. There's just not that much expendable income for so many people where in the current state of this global economy to have to collect pieces that cost as much as these do. I mean, you could look right here. Here's an Armorer. And really, 9 hours and 24 minutes left. And yeah, you got some bids on it, 6 bids, and only at $127. Great seller, 182 feedback, all 100% positive, in perfect condition. And, not including the $29 in shipping. This was up for forever and a day. This was available. And is it possible that the juice over the last couple of years on this figure was squeezed so much that there really just isn't any more to be able to sell at a retail price or over a retail price? It's certainly not due to the popularity of The Mandalorian. It is certainly not due to the popularity of really any of the IPs for instance, that Hot Toys currently puts figures out for. I believe it's because of the lack of expendable income that is available right now and the overabundance of supply on how much was projected to produce on these figures. If the economy was better and so many more collectors were coming in going, oh my goodness, look at this, look at that, look at that, you'd probably be able to sell these closer to the retail price. As in a matter of fact, I dare say, many of these, such as this Armorer, such as Lando, such as Boba Fett 2-pack, would already be sold out and on waitlist. Let's go to more. And when I pull this up on the screen, with 9 hours left and a fantastic seller, Hat Heads, 54,208 feedback, all 100% positive. With 9 hours left, just 12 bids and $260. I mean, this is more than 50% right now, and a modest 40% shipping, and this is a big box. Getting this blurg and getting Quill in it. Let's go to more. Let's go to more data. How about Quill by himself? $163 with 9 hours left. 17 bids. A little bit better on this one, but not exactly lighting it up. Let's go to more. Let's go outside the Mandalorian. Well, here's the winning bid, which you would think is not bad, considering it's Anakin Clone Wars. But this is Anakin with the staff, baby. New. And this is another outstanding seller. Hawk Wars Toys, now 1,494 feedback. All 100% positive. And you know that I say this is, I've bought from Hawk Wars Toys. This is an outstanding seller. I buy from him quite frequently. But look, $260. $260. Not including the $37.15 in shipping. That is well under the retail price. Let's continue to go to some more here. And really, we can go outside of Star Wars. This isn't just with Star Wars. You can go to some other figures. Like, look at this Miles Morales MMS 567. Also from Hawk Wars Toys. $130 with 50 cents with 8 hours left. Well under the current retail price. Not including the $26.39 in shipping when this sells. What's going on? It doesn't matter the IP. Let's continue. It doesn't matter the intellectual property. Let's continue to go down. Let's go to one of the most popular characters in the world, Tony Stark. You know, Iron Man. $100 with 9 hours left, and this is, I believe, over a $300 figure. 13 bids with another outstanding seller. 23,372 feedback. Just 13 bids. Boy, a whole lot of clamoring for this. $100? Again, was most of the juice squeezed on this Tony Stark when it was up for pre-order and when it came out? Was most of the juice squeezed on this Miles Morales? Was most of the juice squeezed on this Quill and Blurg? Was most of the juice squeezed on this armor. And if new collectors were diving into Hot Toys or collectibles during this volatile global economy, the answer would be no. Because you would continually have more juice to squeeze as collectors come into the hobby and are like, darn, I don't got an armor yet. I'm watching The Mandalorian right now. Oh, that's cool. Let me go ahead and buy that figure. In turn, when that happens, there's more demand. And even if there are still in stock, you're able to sell it at the retail price. And then the secondary market, when it competes against resellers or official distributors, it's more of a $5 to $30 game, not a $10 to $200, $300, $400 game where you're sometimes selling figures for 50, 60% off, baby. Why aren't new collectors coming in? Because people don't like the armor? Because people don't want Miles Morales? Because people don't want Tony Stark? No. It's because there's just not money right now. Extra money right now. Extra expendable income right now to pay for these collectibles at the retail price. Resellers do not want to sell these below wholesale, which is what's happening in the secondary market. Resellers sometimes are selling these below what they pay for them just to be able to recuperate some money right now so they don't keep it in stock. That's what's happening. Is this the way they want to continue to do business? Is this a good way to do business? Is this a smart way to do business? And while some of us may benefit, oh, but I get to wait a year or two and then pick it up for $150, and I get to be like this collector over here who has 300,000 collectibles, and I get to have it. That's not how it works, and it's not how it should work. As a matter of fact, the collection then is crap. Many of us can go out right now and go purchase every bit of the green and orange card, for instance, Power of the Force from the 1990s. And you can get 4,000 pieces, and you could show it off, and you could put out a collection tour of 4 hours, baby. And everyone would go, oh my God. But what would you pay? $999 for it? Shoot, it would cost you less to buy all of that than a Tarkin Invader 2-pack. Or a Hulkbuster. Pause for some coffee. Delicious, delicious. And let me tell you, this is all fantastic news. Especially for us collectors. And we're going to be getting into as to why. And number one, I could tell you, is because it's bringing a huge infusion of collectability where it's needed right now. And with any collectible, it's needed. I'm seeing a lot of collectibles right now. This is 100%, like you're seeing in the little subheading here on my video. It is 100% a buyer's market right now. It's not a seller's market. There are not, and listen carefully, there are not a whole lot of resellers right now selling high-end pieces like the Tarkin Invader 2-pack, any of these figures that are high-end. Yondu, right now, holding them tight, waiting for the economy to improve a little bit, and even more, because then more income will be coming into collectors' wallets. Number one. Especially the collectors like you and I who continually buy these things. It's going to be important because we are the foundation, the core right now of what supports this particular hobby. And as we get more money, we'll be able to expand into some other things. And But right now they're not putting those figures up. There's huge deals to be had. Should you not buy them right now? No. If you really want a figure and you see it for a super discount or prices like this, should you buy it? Sure. Because in the years to come, it could be a complete different story. And look, I mean, was the juice squeezed on this Captain Marvel? How long it was out? And don't talk to me about this movie's over. The Return of the Jedi is over too. That doesn't matter. Okay, so's the Joker. Everyone talks about the Joker, the in-art Joker, the DX Hot Toys Joker, whatever Joker. That's long overdue. Okay, it has nothing to do with that. Bespin Luke's long over. Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary long over. That does not matter. What matters is there's not a whole lot of extra expendable income right now. There just isn't. It's happening across everything. And sellers just, it is a buyer's market. It really, really is. And even with figures that are long gone, the juice is squeezed, and they haven't been long gone enough. Or where we used to troop build a lot. I mean, you could look at this up on the screen. Everyone always talks about the Remnant Trooper, the Remnant Trooper, the Remnant Trooper. It's like a special trooper. Well, especially just sold for $202. Well under the retail price, and this is already on the wait list. Why? Because there's no interest? There's interest. There's just not enough money to be able to buy it, number one. And you're just attracting people that are hunting right now for figures that they can get at a discounted price. Outstanding seller, 1,929 feedback. All 100% positive. Things are selling, sure. They're selling like junk, like crap. They're just not selling. Here's an OG Mando. Last I checked, the Mandalorian's pretty hot right now. Starting bid, $180. Outstanding seller. 786 feedback. All 100% positive. Look at all those bids. High demand. So many new collectors jumping in. You know who's going to get attracted to this? One of us in the community that doesn't have it. Not all these hundreds of thousands of collectors jumping in right now at the moment like they were during COVID or even before COVID, because it's just not happening right now because the global economy is volatile. It's not great. That's what you're seeing. This is the point. When you're going ahead and trying to calculate what's going to go on waitlist, when you're going ahead and trying to calculate, is it for real? Is it a pump fake? Am I going to be able to get discounts like this in a year, in a two? Is it going to go to the bargain bin, that type of thing? Ask yourself about the current state of the economy. Ask yourself if you owned a business, what you would do. And you're probably, whether you agree with it or not, are going to come up with the absolute logical answer as to what's going on and if it's for real or not. And yeah, you got some of the high-end pieces that are selling within their range, but not at the top end. So, yeah. Like I mentioned before, Yondu sells. Obi-Wan is the regular version. Nothing wrong with it, all perfect. Well, but Ares is $490 at 25 bids. Sure, great seller. Again, 100% positive feedback. All 100% positive feedback. And $20 shipping, so $510 minus the taxes. Not as high as it usually goes, though. Same thing with Dooku. Still in the 400s, the low 400s, but not as high as it usually goes right now. Why? Because it's a buyer's market. If it was a seller's market, baby, it would not only be selling within the range, probably in the upper range, and in many cases, it's going to be increasing like it would on the market value chart at 6scalecantina.com. Dooku was pushing almost $500 before this economy hit that, and not right now. And yeah, you get some figures thanks to other figures that are starting to go up again, like this vintage color Boba Fett. And look, this is also from Hawk Wars Toys. And if you're looking for any type of, old grails and old figures, he is absolutely fantastic. I've mentioned before, I've got my A New Hope Leia from Ray at Hawk Wars. That's his name, Ray. And my Han Solo Stormtrooper from Ray at Hawk Wars. Great seller. Vintage color Boba Fett, thanks to the arena suit Boba Fett. Kind of getting up there with the animated Boba Fett, kind of bringing this vintage color Boba Fett up. No best offer here, just $365. But there was a point where this was selling right at $400. And you have some figures that are hot, that are in stock, that are moving. Like Bo-Katan. Obviously, Bo-Katan, even before The Mandalorian Season 3 began, was hot. Figure came out, fantastic figure, better than a lot of people thought. So she's selling right now. So's this figure. And this is way more, Echo. Look what just happened. This has been happening even before they went ahead and introduced Tech and Wrecker and showed those. $228.48, 26 bids. Great seller again. Sure. There's a figure that'll move at retail right now. Right now. Same thing with this figure. Here's your DX19. $237.50. Kind of like that Echo. Has 11 hours left. But why isn't the Echo, which is phenomenal, and I do have that figure, and I can tell you how phenomenal it is, why isn't this DX19? Which, this blows away. Okay? Blows away the DX12. Destroys it. Although that's a great figure. This is just an upgrade. Not a whole lot of money right now. Not a whole lot of expendable income. Even on a listing. Make an offer at $290 for a DX19. Make an offer. Why would you make an offer on here? Because not an issue selling it? No. Because they need a little bit of an injection to be able to get this to move. Why? Again. Is it possible because most of the juice between this collecting community has been squeezed to death while it was first announced, while it first went up on pre-order, while it stayed up on pre-order for months and months and months and over a year, with the Echo, with the DX19, with so many of the figures. Why is the juice squeezed? Because if you were going to get the DX19, you got it already. And if you weren't going to get the DX19, you certainly weren't expecting the economy to be where it is, so you may not have the money right now to buy it. Forget about new collectors diving in, because there's just money raining in from the sky right now to dive into this. It's crazy. So when you look at figures like this, why? Why did this come out early? Why is this on waitlist? Is this a joke? And figures like this. Because, you know, certainly if DX19, I got to put a best offer on with Christian Bale Batman. Certainly Reva is 1,000 times more popular than Batman and Christian Bale, right? So is this a pump fake or not? Just saying, being real with you. I mean, and say what you want about Captain Marvel. You can say, oh, the Grand Inquisitor is more popular. I don't know. I think a lot of people I go to casually in public would know who Captain Marvel is. And I say Grand Inquisitor, they're going to want to know if it's a branch in government. They're going to know who this guy is. Unless you're a Star Wars fan. Is this for real or not? And it's not just happening with Star Wars. Loki. That's almost sold out. Expected to ship second, third quarter this year. Why? How about Jamie Foxx? Certainly he's popular, right? The Dark Jedi told you that this was coming out. I told you about Doc Ock. I told you about the Green Goblin. Everyone thought I was crazy with this too. Remember, the Hot Toys Wizards feels to be is not only on Star Wars, but all Hot Toys, baby. I'll give myself the credit because I did do it. Speaking of Doc Ock, you could join the waitlist for him too. It's not just happening with Star Wars. Remember all the hoopla this got? Where's she now? Where's Valkyrie? Coming out fourth quarter this year. First quarter next year. Where's she at? She's at the waitlist, baby. She's at the waitlist. Everyone loves Grogu. Everyone loves Groot. Well, why does Groot have a low stock warning? The DX18 has went on waitlist. I love Groot. Certainly, Darth Vader is more popular than Groot, right? Well, again, no one's immune. How about the Green Goblin? Join the waitlist. So you have to wonder, when you're seeing all this, is it possible that when you see even figures that came out and were announced well before all those that I flashed, and even in 2021, is it possible that this is for real? And I say, yes. Ahsoka's on waitlist, both versions. Yes, I pre-ordered it. Yes, I pre-ordered it. I didn't get my shipping notification yet from Sideshow, but I expect to probably this week, maybe tomorrow. And certainly it wouldn't happen with this figure, right? And look, I put out, if you join the channel, which only costs a few bucks and is cheaper than buying a dozen eggs right now, you get up to the latest news on what is going on from the Hot Toys Wizard. And within that video, I said that this was coming real quick, fast, and in a hurry. And then certainly just a few days later, is it possible that there is now a low stock warning? I say yes. Why? This is Luke. You hear it all the time. Certainly they're going to pack a lot of Lukes in. Well, not if you can't get rid of the 40th anniversary run right now at the retail price in the secondary market, A. B, it's Luke Skywalker. It's Luke Skywalker. And in this economy right now, it doesn't matter what version of the Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker you're looking for in the secondary market. I'm going to show you the demand. One bid, $250. Outstanding seller, 878 feedback. All 100% positive. $250. Perfect description. I already a condition. Comes with everything. Wow. That's the kind of money. It's a buyer's market right now. Buyer's market. Why did they do that with Ahsoka? Heard people talking about, how about our popularity? Our popularity is off the roof. It's Ahsoka. My God. It's Ahsoka. I can show you a ton of Luke stuff. This a joke? No. And let's look into this, because I've had people reach out to me, oh, but it's safe right now, the exclusive version. It's not safe. It's limit one per person. Why is it limited one per person? Whether it's deluxe exclusive version or this. The reason they put limit one per person is because it's limited. They don't have that many. It's basically a low stock warning. Otherwise, if they had plenty of stock, you can get limit 80,000 per person. There's probably less of this one right now than this one. And as soon as this collector edition or deluxe version go, do not kid yourself, the whole darn, every one of them will 100% be gone like Ahsoka. Why? Why won't these get in stock? Why won't there be 2,000, 3,000 of them? Well, because of the data I'm showing you. That's why. What do you think would happen right now if there was 2,000, 3,000 of this in stock? Let's pause for coffee as you think about it. Especially with the one bid here. Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. So when it comes to this, is this Luke going to go like the Ahsoka and like I predicted in my members only Cantina Extra video from last week? And I say yes. What about the DX25? And I say yes. How about everything that is up on here that was announced in 2022? And I say keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. And so, why is this good news, as I alluded to later? There's so many reasons why. Number one, right now, you can get great prices on a lot of the figures that are in stock at a lot of these retailers right now, which is unprecedented. Should you buy it? 100% I would. When you get discounts that are put on any of these sites or that type of thing, especially right now, and if it's a figure that you want and you've got expendable income, it is a buyer's market. It's a great time during an economy like this where money is hard to come by, expendable money hard to come by, hard to justify, hard to find, hard to part with. It's a great time right now because, well, a lot of these figures that are sometimes discounted at retail places and in the secondary market going to be at that price in a year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. And I say, no, they're going to go up. There can be some potential grails. Some of those figures here at Sideshow, you talk about the Tusken Raider. Okay? You talk about Lando Calrissian. You talk about some of these figures. Could they? You talk about that IG-11. Just for instance. Is it possible that all three of those could be future grails? And I say yes. Why? Because the economy will be in a better spot. The current collectors that are in this community will be spending more. There will be thousands of new collectors coming in the Hot Toys that would have missed out on this in the past. This is what happens in an economy like this. If you go ahead and you buy it now, if you have the money for it, it's something that you really want, I say yes. This is a good thing right now. On the other side, why it's a good thing when you see figures like this Boba Fett from the book of Boba Fett on Waitlist. Is that a good thing, Aries? Let's keep going. Commander Oppo on Waitlist. Clone Trooper Chrome on Waitlist. Let's continue to go up. Let's look at some of these. C-3PO, Waitlist. R2-D2, Waitlist. Is it good, Aries? Clone Pilot, Waitlist. Why is it good? Ahsoka, Waitlist. DX-18, almost Waitlist. DX-23, getting close, almost gone. Is it a good thing, Aries? Electro, Waitlist. Is it good? Loki, almost Waitlist. Is it good? And I say yes, because it actually gives immediate collectability, which you don't always get. You buy a figure, you know it's going to go up, like the Emperor and the Throne, and like the Dark Side Anakin, and like the Jawa and the Gonk Droid, and like the Leia and Wicket 2-pack, and like this and like that. We all know how it goes. But right now in a bad economy, it makes it a little bit hard where there's so much overstock, right? But with any of these, you get this Loki. You get that Electro. You get that DX-20 Ahsoka. And is it going to have? Is it possible? It is going to have the arena suit Boba Fett effect. And I say, with joy, yes. This figure just came out. And even in this economy, with 2 days and 20 hours left, because it was limited, because it went on waitlist before it got in stock, listen carefully, it is at $355 and trending up. An outstanding seller, all 100% positive. It's the Arena Suit Fett effect. The Arena Fett effect. And it is absolutely joyful. And exactly what is needed right now for all collectibles in an economy like this, in my view. It is absolutely just refreshing. And I'm going to dive more into this. If you thought you were blown away by my latest video, just really from earlier last week, when did I put it out? Monday? I think Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Monday. You know, when I warned about the Luke Skywalkers, what was going to happen, and then magically it did. This new Insiders video that is going to be coming up tomorrow morning, stabilizing the market, the arena effect. You're seeing it on the screen. If you join the channel, all you got to do is just click on the little join button, see everything that it comes with. If you think you could benefit from it, do appreciate your support. You can also go to 6scalecantina.com and you can get a preview there of everything that you get as a Cantina Insider. You'll be getting this one this week. And you have to wonder, will there be more juicy tidbits that the Dark Jedi, who's consulted with the Hot Toys wizard, more juicy tidbits that come to life? You have to wonder. So go ahead and join the channel. A little bit of a tease for that. Don't forget to bookmark 6scalecantina.com. All the latest news in the secondary market, all the latest trends. You got the great market value chart. Every single Star Wars Hot Toys that was ever put out on pre-order currently, announced, whatever. The full database is here. And there's nothing. Let me go to that market value chart tab. If you don't got it bookmarked, you may want to consider doing it. And right here, you can click on the current value column, for instance. You can go to a little search box, type something in, it'll come up. But if you go to the current value column near the second to the right, click on it twice. You get the highest ranked figures to the lowest ranked figures, and you see all the trends. You don't see a whole lot of arrows. You'll see a ton going down a little bit. Not a whole lot to report this week. Biggest mover section exactly the same. Why? Because there's just not a whole lot going on. Don't forget about this. Coming up for you insiders, you want to join the channel, go check it out. And don't forget as well, I've got the classic 6-scale Cantina mugs right here. You can go to 6scalecantina.com and you can get this mug. All you got to do is click on it. There's always a discount on there on Zazzle. And it kind of looks like this. I got one right in hand. Awesome mug. Right there. Is it possible on one side? You have to wonder on the other. 6-scale Raw tomorrow. 8:15 p.m. Eastern. And what you gonna do with the Dark Jedi? Go 6-scale Raw on you. Don't forget tomorrow, 6-scale Raw, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. Hasta lasagna. Don't get any on you. Oh, yeah, and we missed Drunk on Coffee last week. It was just too much personally to do. You will be getting Drunk on Coffee this week. Stay tuned for that after 6-scale Raw. I don't always buy coffee out, but when I do, I buy it from 6-scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.